Hello everyone, this is yet another patch recap from GGG for PoE 2, this time patch 010D, the patch that basically killed all the cast on abilities. Well, has it killed? So far, so not good. Anyways, let's do a little recap here. We have passive block chance now applies to blockable hits from all directions as opposed to just from in front, which is an awesome change. Player size is now finally 0, so dodge rolling is going to be easier. We hope. For those of you who love Ritual, same as me, hopefully we won't die instantly anymore. Yay! Anyways, some smaller monsters can now be pushed while dodge rolling. That's actually very good. Inscribed ultimatums and Jin bars now display whether you obtain ascendancy points upon completing the trial or not. There's also one more thing there, which is removed map pins, world map pins for encounters that were not from specific locations in areas, like from monster drops. Improved attack in place. Rain of Arrows and Firestorm have a hit rate to not be abused on very large bosses, because very large bosses have gotten hit multiple times, and that's not intended. Technically, that's like a buggy exploit thingy, but yeah. There's also Leech being buffed. We'll see how that goes. Bone Shatter reliably hits your target more reliably, and duration of armor break has been buffed double to 12 seconds instead of 6, which is amazing. Now, Incinerates creates circular areas of ignited ground instead of segments, which is good for performance. Control click for currency exchange and the appropriate NPCs. Button to travel to Trial of Chaos when you go to your map after you get the loading screen or not. On the right side, in, let's say, Acts, there should be a button here that tells you to travel to directly to Trial of Chaos, but let's see if it works there. Aha, you have to click on the waypoint. Click on the Temple of Chaos, and you are basically there. Anyways, added some arts. Ascendancy skill points is a keyword. Search functionality for gem cutting, restrictions for gamepad, suggested supports for time of need, so that's just update on supports, option to open trade website on main menu for console, so good, rune sell to vendors for more gold, however, mostly keep them, right? Updated art for reserved life and mana, and the description of runes to clarify that once socketed, they cannot be replaced. I never liked this. I want to change my runes because changing runes means the gear is not obsolete, but it is what it is. We'll see if GGG caves on this one. They should definitely, because this is a bad thing. In the end game, nobody's going to use regular runes. Everyone's going to use the big ones. Auras and curses that affect ally or enemy resistances display values in the skill pop-out panel, which is now good. And tweak the audio. Now here we have updated the wording of Invoker, just to clarify, description of Hex Blast to clarify things, to clarify that it detonates a single curse, and Fire Death support to not need to kill the ignited enemy itself. Reduce the defenses provided to monsters with Magma Barrier. They were extremely tanky, and Walking Goliaths no longer use their suicide attacks if they are rare. That was a really fun interaction with Walking Goliaths, but it is what it is. Now here's what is the most important change. Trigger gems and energy gain. This is what kills most of the power, if not all of the power, on cast on crit, especially Frost. Trigger gem energy gain was not in the right place, and it was far too easy to use ailments or trigger spells. It was proccing insanely much. One problem is that if we balance it to make triggering happen in boss fights, then triggering would happen too often during clearing. So this is the main component. What they're doing now, they're adding a modifier called Monster Power. Basically, it's far easier to trigger skills from uniques than from normal monsters, but we also do hit many more normal monsters, so it shouldn't be that big of a nerf as what they said. However, it is. Another issue was using low-level skills with unconditional ailment applications, such as Flame Walls, to ignite enemies for triggering, and they've also added the strength of the Ignite for the cast on Ignite setups. They've also rebalanced all energy gain, and they've added a small hotfix where it now cast on crit also cares about the damage of the hit when determining how much energy to gain to prevent the use of high crit, low level skills. Basically, lower hit frequency skills that hit harder are now much stronger for this. So they want us to use Cast on Crit with a hard hitting ability in order to proc things. But however, if you are using a hard hitting ability, you are anyways destroying monsters, so what is the point? Thus, effectively, for now, they have pardon, almost removed Cast on Critical setups. So that's the biggest change. There's also Ultimatum change, which is improved balance across the board, I hope so, and mostly targeting outliers. Monster density has been made consistent, and runes, globules, tethers, and impending dooms. Doom rings no longer spawn while a player is on the lift or near the altars, hacking finally, and fixed the bug where player minions could get stuck at the top of the lift in Trial of Chaos. That's a good change for Ultimatum. We will see how it goes. Also, one more notable thing for Ultimatum and also for the, I call it Sanctum, whatever, Trial of the Sekima. You can see now this. Completing this trial will allow you to choose your Ascendancy class, and stuff. So you can see here, completing these will allow you to choose your Ascendancy class. So keep that in mind. If this is gray, or it will tell you, if you cannot get it, it will tell you you cannot get an Ascendancy class or class points via this. There's also some bug fixes, which are very good for like Gemling Legionnaires, to lose all 3 skill slots, WASD, infinite revival and stuff, which is really, really fun. But other than that, it has been a very, very big patch when it comes to balancing things. One thing I would really ask of GGG via this video and such and future videos, every time there's a patch that changes the gameplay of things, even if this is a minor patch, it costs you nothing. For the love of God, allow us to respec our entire characters, regardless of if we used the things or not, or make the respecking 90% cheaper, because respecking now is so expensive that effectively, if you play a build, regardless if you know if it is an exploit or not, a bug or not, or interaction or not, regardless of that, you have a bricked character, so you need to restart the character, and the campaign takes way too long in order to do things. But that's it. So we've got one extremely positive patch and one negative patch back to back. But with more news, PoE content and things, here you go. That's basically it. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a like, sub if you don't mind, and I will see you in the next PoE stream or video. You'll probably see me live while this video hits as well. So have a good one and see you there.